I mean, he was raised with a different kind of, whole different kind of love, different kind of guidance, different kind of warmth. He was raised by some incredible parents who knew about this before he walked in, so it wasn't such a foreigner walking in. You know, mom had done it, pop knew about it. My parents had never done any of this, had never touched any of this type of stuff, so he had already been kind of primed for this and kind of knew what to expect and how to, you know, he talks about like, you know, good form and shit like that.
So please give a round of applause to the cast and filmmakers of the film we just saw. We definitely need to get Noah up here. Wow. For the first time ever, I'm going to tell you all.
Hey, you feel that, Alma?
Yeah! USA!
Thank you. Can I just say, I do a lot of these, and this is like serious, and I think I know why, because you guys just put so much on that screen. Real quick, guys, 2 of our folks tonight are going to disappear in like 10 minutes, so I'm going to start with them. They have to get on a plane to go to New York to do this with New York folks. So,
yeah, we're on a Q&A tour, so we're flying to New York on a writ-actor to do Q&As in New York, so we're going to be kind of quick.
Yes, we have to be. I've been warned. So I'm going to start with this project and just how you got involved in it, because I know that it was your friendship with Shia when he kind of brought it to you, and I know that he introduced himself to you in a very fun way, which I think is great.
Yes, so the first time I guess I heard from Shia was after he went to Amoeba Records next door, and you know, he was looking for a Bob Dylan documentary, and somebody at that store was kind enough to misplace my documentary about Maybe to put it in the Bob Dylan section because it had music by Bob Dylan. Ended up with Shia, and then he watched it and looked me up and literally emailed me to my website, which was just one of the greatest things ever to open my email and see his name. And I obviously didn't think it was real at first, but it was. And then we met, and you know, made a music video together, and found out we got a lot of things in common. I guess like alcoholic fathers and all of that stuff. And then, you know, I did my second film, Love True, which he was kind enough to be an executive producer on and finance it and make it happen. And then when he got arrested, I got another email, and this time it was Hollywood.
Yeah, and we're going to talk to Shia about the genesis of the project, which I know was part of this therapy that you did as part of your sentence from that arrest. But Byron, I want to talk with you because similarly, I know that one of the reasons why you went after this project is you resonated with the idea of, you know, fathers. You've been open about talking about it in your stand-up about your relationship with your dad, and I know that you kind of went after this role that you really wanted to get in. To talk about what you read and what you wanted to do when you got a part.
Yeah, I was building a relationship with my dad, and because he has a mental illness, he has schizophrenic, and I didn't understand it. And I took LSD, and it started to make sense what he was going through. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is a bad acid trip forever. You know what I mean? And so I started doing jokes about it and questioning my reality and everything I was taught by my father. And he did crack for 10 years versus alcohol because he got a gluten allergy. And I read the script and I was like, this story needs to be told. And I was like, I want to be a part of helping Otis tell this story. You know what I mean? It was an amazing script. They used to send me out for like sitcom type shit. And I bombed all that. And then this was something I was like, I know I can do.
Yeah, you even told her in the interview, like, I'm not going to mess this up.
Yeah, I promised Alma if I got it, I wouldn't mess it up, you know what I mean?
Oh, you didn't. It was amazing. I really loved you in it. Alma too, I'm so sad that you have to leave really quickly, but I would love if you could just break down that opening shot. Because like when I sat down and saw this film at Sundance, and I like saw it open on this montage of like down to the no, like that was like, I was like, oh my God, this is like his whole life. So talk about setting that up and trying to talk about the marionette aspect of it especially.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like, you know, the obviously this is a really deep film, and at the same time, I think that knowing all the themes in it, I wanted to kind of also address how this relationship that has so many layers and struggles in it is sort of painted on a canvas that is of the cinema, you know, world. And just being somebody that is always entertained by this video of Shia on YouTube where they cut together all of his no from all the Transformers films, and I've watched it way too many times to admit. I kind of thought that it would be a really cool thing to open with it and just sort of capture this idea of somebody that's really like, I don't know, like I was thinking about it as a Pinocchio kind of moment of somebody that lives on a marionette and really wants to step off it and be a real boy. And by taking care of his dad and like becoming, you know, real, he gets off that marionette and thinking about that harness as that thing, just like the whole part of that kind of industry and those films on that scale, which is so incredible to think about that the people in them are actually secondary in many ways to anything that happens on the screen. They ground them in reality, but they're really secondary, you know, to all the other stuff. So I just wanted to capture all of that, I guess, in like one shot instead of having a lot of expositional dialogue about that. And Shia was game, and then we just blew up Lucas Hedges in one take, and I did.
It's a really great opening. I could spend another hour talking about it, but y'all literally have to go get on a plane. Tell me you gotta go. Let's give it up really quick for Alma and for Byron. I'm sorry they took an hour longer, but
Thank you all, man.
thank you. But I'm glad and by the way, Alma and both of them were fighting for every minute they can have up here with you guys, so I appreciate it. Shia, you want to come down?
Yeah.
Let's get friendly. So yeah, now we're down with the inspiration for Otis and Otis. Shia, I'm going to talk with you because I just want to thank you for being so vulnerable to put yourself out there on screen. When I saw this at Sundance, it was like a minute. It's one of those movies you like sit in the chair afterwards because you need to think about it. So talk about being brave enough to put this out there, because it's great when it's a project for therapy, but to put it into the world, it's a choice that you have to make, and I want to know what made you want to do it.
Yeah, it wasn't like a brave thing. My back was against the wall. It just felt super necessary, and yep. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this brave thing. It wasn't like that.
Was there any point when you said, like, because it's a lot of research where I'm sure these guys are asking you a lot of questions and making you go back to places maybe that are difficult. Was there any point where you were just like, okay, maybe not this, or did you keep it open the whole time with everything?
Me and Noah were on a totally different conversation track than what was going on with Lucas. Much more in real time. Lucas was much more interested in what had happened. We were building a whole new thing, it felt like. Yeah, we got very, very close. Me and Lucas had some distance. And then during the filming, me and him had some distance, but it was quite strategic. Yeah, Lucas was asking a lot of questions, and the whole crew was asking a lot of questions. And at a certain point, like, we had to have a talk, like, all right, well, I'm not the writer anymore. I'm trying to do this other thing. And that was probably the hardest part of making the movie, was being asked questions and not having answers. I didn't come out of like this mental institution with everything sorted. Still. It's like a day-to-day thing, still in PTSD, still an alcoholic, still like on my grind trying to stay well, and doing this while doing that, I really leaned a lot on Noah. He knows everything. I never treated him like a kid. He was like my bridge a lot of the time, and yeah, just dealing with him like an equal. He was my rock a lot of the time. He knew fucking everything, stuff that's not even in the movie, and vice versa. And we just got very close, and I really spent all my time with Noah.
Well, wow, thank you. Noah, I have to start with this because I feel bad doing. What year were you born?
2005.
Yeah, I looked that up twice. Make sure it's right, because it is outstanding what you did on that screen. I cannot talk to it enough. One of a handful of amazing performances you already have between The Night Manager and Quiet Place and Ford vs. Ferrari, but I have to say with this one, as much as I've been watching your work, and it's weird to say that I've been watching this actor's career, and he's again 14. But this one, you're the adult. I feel like this is the most like adult role that you're playing, so I wonder what that's like when you're still, 13, 14.
Yeah. I mean, I was still a kid at the time. I mean, I still am right now. But yeah, I was really interested in this part because it's this kind of innocent, not innocent, but young soul that's been forced into maturity too early, and I think that was quite interesting, especially kind of experiencing that. I mean, we go to all of these Q&As, these things, like for me, being in the industry, I kind of have to be more mature, and I have to kind of step up. I can't be a kid at these things. I can't, when I'm meeting all these people and when I'm on set, I can't throw tantrums and, kick off, and I can't do that because it will ruin my reputation or whatever, but whatever, it's just not good form, so I guess, and then Otis is the same, he's been forced in, but at home as well, I have that place to go back and throw tantrums and kick off, and whereas Otis doesn't really, he kind of has to be the man of the house in some instances, and he kind of has to step up and almost look after his dad. I thought that was really interesting because it's almost like, what would I do if I didn't have that place to? Because it would all just bottle up and it's not healthy. And yeah, it was very interesting to experience that and kind of the negative side of this industry and this kind of how it can affect you.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing that's incredible from the script and also like the production design, I don't think you guys noticed if you get a chance to watch it, but that hotel, it's just got so many great touches to it.
Yeah.
But y'all's chemistry was just something that I think is kind of even hard to dissect, because in some moments it's so familial and it's so close, but then in other moments it gets like violent like that. And I'm just wondering like how you guys were able to find that tennis match balance, because it's seamless and it seems so amazing.
I mean, for me, it was really time spent with Shia, and it got to the point where I love him and I love him as a friend, and so I was lucky to have that, because if I didn't like him, then that chemistry might have not been there, and then on set it would have been awkward. And if this hadn't worked, I don't know if that on screen would have worked. And it would have been tricky to conjure that up. But yeah, so I was just friend to friend. It started off as like, alright, we need to get to know each other for this part, and it ended off as like, I just want to spend more time with you because you're the coolest guy I know right now. So yeah, I guess it's just, we would read through the scripts, but also be playing Magic the Gathering. It was this kind of friendship that started off as work and ended off as love, and that really helped on screen, and that really on set, and I think that was a big part of this, and the trust there, and how safe I felt with him, and to risk, and it's intense, and it's emotional, and I couldn't have done it without him, without Alma. Again, the same thing with Alma. I was building these relationships. So time spent.
Amazing. Should I have anything to add on that one? It's so touching. When I talked to Alma recently for this film, she mentioned that you were the most fearless actor that she ever met, and that you just went about everything like 110%.
Not true. I go hard because I'm terrified.
Wow. Well, hey, I mean, the proof, whatever you do, what we see doesn't matter, because everybody in this audience is a testament to how great it is, so I appreciate you saying that. But I do want to know about with the script, because she said y'all workshopped it together before, it was a different title back when you first wrote it. Is there anything, because it's, it's still a movie, is there anything that people think is fictionalized is actually true, or something so true that you couldn't put in there because it was like stranger than fiction, where you're like, nobody will believe this really happened?
Not that kind of stuff, but stuff that was just too hard or too crazy, or stuff we had to kind of like swim past, or things that I would have got sued for, or things that he did with, my dad put guys against the wall and stuff like that in the Disney days. My dad was really, I kind of alluded to this chicken hawk thing, but my dad was really quite homophobic. And, you're on a film set, you got a whole, it's like, my dad, it took a huge learning curve, and there was a lot of things that just weren't acceptable, that would have painted him as something that wasn't him, but is him, and just trying to find the right balance of, like, being honest while maintaining a person that's likable, that can, these kind of things this shit gets tricky, and don't want to put like the worst of the worst stuff just to have it up there. What does it serve? Things like that. So I kind of allude to some of his off-color humor that was way socially unacceptable. So I point at it, but I don't go all the way to the point of like putting Disney execs to a wall and stuff like that. My dad had been raped when he was younger, so he was really, really aggressively hyper vigilant towards like men who would be around me, so there's stuff like that didn't wind up in the picture, and there's stuff, just things that I don't know if he'd have sat well with it, so I put enough in to where we could paint the story of a man who was fractured but not like beat him up, didn't want to beat my dad up.
Yeah, because this whole project is like, some of the amazing sort of results of it is that you reconnected with your father after like 7 years. So obviously the logical question, has he seen it?
Yeah, me and Noah were just FaceTiming with him before the last Q&A. Yeah, it's something that never would have gone down. He never talked to my friends or talked to dance partners like that. So that was super nuts. We didn't even talk about that. But my dad was just like laying in bed being old, and we were looking at him saying, yeah, Q&As are going good, Pop. So yeah, that's been one of the gifts of doing this.
We do have to get out of here in a little bit, but I wanted to ask kind of like two sides of the same question. So Shia, now as an adult, you're getting to kind of see what it's like for him as a child actor, and it's, I'm sure, very different than it was for you on like Even Stevens and things like that. Is there something that you look now and be like, man, we didn't have this, like it wasn't there? And then Noah, I was wondering on your side, like from a protection level, for keeping you safe level, and then on Noah on your side, is there something where you look at this and say, this was not the way it was for me, and maybe I'm glad, or maybe it's like, you know what I mean? Like, do you look at it the other way and say, wow, he had to deal with this?
I mean, he was raised with a different kind of love, different kind of guidance, different kind of warmth. He was raised by some incredible parents who knew about this before he walked in, so it wasn't such a foreigner walking in. Mom had done it, Pop knew about it. My parents had never done any of this, had never touched any of this type of stuff, so he had already been kind of primed for this and kind of knew what to expect and how to, he talks about like, good form and shit like that. I never had none of that, so. And also just and not blowing smoke because he's sitting here, but a more technically sound actor who has more control of the instrument and hasn't been asked to make funny faces. He's had opportunities that let him dive into depth very early on and has thrived in it. So I think those are the only differences, that he was heavy lifting from a younger age and had a better upbringing in terms of like how to behave on a film set and how to be like have good form and such.
Pretty awesome. That's a pretty great compliment.
Yeah, I mean,
would you want to do the hotel just for like a weekend just to try it? His dad's over there like, no. So just the last thing I guess I would ask for you guys.
It's not easy for him either. Don't like think this. He's got his own kind of crime that's very serious. He has to make sacrifices to be here.
I mean, again, the proof is what we get to see on screen. I guess the last thing I would ask is this a film that, like, the first time I saw it made me think about my dad. It also made me kind of think about, like, kept pain or like holding on to pain. What would you say has been the reaction that you got from folks? Because this has been out since Sundance and you guys are starting to go around. And I'm sure this is the type of movie that people come up to you and they have those reactions. So what has been any of them that you've seen?
But yeah, on a personal level, like, I've actually learned to speak my pain in that way from this project, and I've learned that, a lot of the stuff you see up there is me, and like, I had to find my way into this character, and so I put a lot of me down in it, and I mixed myself around in this kind of potion with this character. And so I guess I learned from this project, like, to just let it all out sometimes, and it's very needed, and it's good to cry, and it's good to scream, and it's good to do all of that stuff. And before, as a kid, you only cried when you were sad. You only cried when something, you only cried when you got told off. You only cried when you didn't get something you wanted. You only screamed when you were hurt. And now I've learned that it's okay to do that and to, let it out without having a reason necessarily for it, and without being able to put it into words. Just being able to get it out.
Thousands of dollars of therapy. Still not got that, so appreciate you. Shia, do you have anything now?
I like that it moves people. That's all you ever want when you make something. You just want to move people. So I've been feeling like it's moving people, and it feels like success.
Wow. Thank you guys so much.